Well, hello, Capricorn, and welcome to your weekly forecast from the Gasmic Tarot. Sorry, I just love doing that. This is a general reading, love, money, career, for the period beginning the 4th of January. Because it is a general reading, you might want to take a look at the forecast for your moon sign and for your rising sign as well. All right, so let's get started. Hey, thanks again for liking and subscribing so YouTube can find my new channel. Really appreciate that. Also, wanted to point out that if this is your first time, thank you, Spirit. Ooh, 2 cards. Okay. I am doing a spirit-infused reading, which means that the plethora of spirits in my space are already in here energetically providing their input to this reading, whether it be channeling and energy in the cards or whatever. Also, I am channeling my spirit guides, but I'm also getting some of your spirit guides in here. And when you have a spirit reading, there's usually a little bit of homework. So be prepared. You might have to do something. Okay? All right. So just so you know, your spirit guides that are coming in, they are loud. They are pushy. One of them turned my television on in a reading in December for Leo. That has never happened to me before. But, you know, they do laugh, they smoke, they curse, they do whatever they need to do in order to get my attention, which I find hysterical. All right, so Spirit, what do we have for lovely Capricorn for the period beginning the 4th of January? What do we got? Okay, 2 of Swords. Okay, and the Hangman upside down. We're going to lump those together because I'll tell you when we get there. Okay. We've got the 9 of Rods and the Hierophant. Ooh, we've got the 6 of Rods. I love that card. And we have the Page of Cups. This is a really good card too. Let's start with those. I have a feeling we're going to pull some more cards for you as we go a little further down the rabbit hole here. All right, but let's start with that too. So first of all, take a look at it. First of all, look at, she's got the swords. They're guarding her chest. They're guarding her heart chakra, and they're guarding her solar plex chakra. So she's protecting herself here with the swords, but she's also blindfolded. So it's about a situation. All right, how do I say it? So I'm getting Spirit telling me in a different way to say it, and it's just not polite. It's time to defecate or get off the pot. You're at a stalemate. You got to make a decision. Okay? You really need to make a decision, but do it by looking at all different options. There might be a period where you're having an altercation with somebody, and you've kind of in a truce. So you have to get back to the table. We have to negotiate and make a decision as we're going forward. Just don't do it blindfold. Take the blindfold off, But you might be dealing with a very sharp-tongued individual, and you're just not seeing eye to eye. And so you have the Hangman, and the Hangman usually is about hanging out, just taking it all in. It's about, having delays. Let's say if you're dealing with a home, it's about delays in finding, and reversed, in general, it's about delays in finding a home. It's about no commitment. It's about not signing contracts or getting commitments in work, and work is delayed. Now, because it is in a reverse position, let's just amplify that, exacerbate it, big $5 word, I know, by the fact that you have to come to some kind of an agreement here, but somebody's showing me they've got something stuck in their craw. That's a really old term. I think it means you got something stuck in the back of your mouth, or you're very rigid in your thinking. And that type of rigid thinking is not serving you. So Spirit is asking you to take a little time. Take some time and revise what your expectations are right now in this period. What is really your position here? Are you hanging on to some kind of a fantasy? That may make you more of the victim rather than the victor. That's really what your homework is. Reevaluate that situation. and just know that, you're a strong person. Okay. You don't have to put up with some of this stuff. So some of you are I'm getting that some of you are walking away from someone or something during this period. The holidays are over. Your New Year's resolution was to not be somebody showing me treated like a doormat. So they're showing me people wiping their feet on a doormat. Some of you have had that feeling, and you're trying to justify staying. And I see some of you leaving. I also see some of you who are so stuck in your way that you can't see what's in front of you. You're going to have to make some big decisions here, because some of you want to walk away from what's a good thing, and some of you are staying in a bad thing, and that's going to, both of those situations are going to change. The person, based on what I'm seeing here from Spirit, there's a couple of you that are not in a bad situation, but your perception is different. So you just need to take some time and understand the perception. There is one or two of you in a situation where you are in a domestic violence. There's one of you in a domestic violence situation, and there's another one of you in a verbal situation that could get violent, and you've been putting up with it for some reason. Which there's no names here. Okay, one of you is putting up with it because you don't have enough self-worth. Okay, and the other person is putting up with it because there's children involved. So you need to take some stock and evaluate what your next move is going to be, because you're at the point where you realize that this is not acceptable to you. Okay, if you do your homework, guys. All right, if you do your homework, we have a period of expansion coming in. So we got the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is about expanding the home. Okay, it's about expanding where you're living, whether it be moving into a better situation for those people that are in that situation. Not all of you are in that situation. Some of you just have to make a decision. It has to do with work. It has to do with where you're going to be working. It also has to do with there's some of you that are moving closer to family. Okay, but we see expansion on the home front. We see one of you is getting engaged. Congratulations. And it's about victory in the entrepreneurial space. We do see victory coming in. If you guys do your homework, you might, you'll be able to call in that victory. You'll be able to call in that that good news that's coming. Okay. Okay. So there's also the 8. The 8 is about new offers for work. It's about positive news and good news about moving forward. And look at this. So you've got good news and victory. You have to make a decision. Which way you're going to go. All right. I hope that makes sense to you guys. All right. So let's take a look at what we have here in the cards. All right. So we have Mother Mary, and she's talking about nurturing yourself. Okay. It's about taking the time to nurture that inner you. You know that saying, put your mask on before you help others. Well, a lot of Capricorns, they don't put the mask on themselves before they put the mask on others. That whole thing. And when you're on an airplane, you have to spend time and work on yourself to treat yourself with the respect that you give everybody else. They used to have this old commercial back in, somebody showing me the old commercial, Calgon, Take Me Away. Where she's in she's in the bathtub and she's got the little bath salts in there, and she's, go take a bath. Go take a nice hot bath by yourself. Find a place, even if you have to park in a park with the heat on in your car because it's really cold. No music, no telephone, just for an hour. And just think about what it is that you want, and put yourself into a garden space. Take that, I call it the virtual vacation. Take a half an hour and imagine yourself in a space that's on the beach, and how warm that is, and how the beautiful water feels on your feet, and how the beautiful sky is, and the smell of the ocean. In 5 minutes, you'll feel better. regardless of where you're at. What's the other card? All right, the other card is called Priorities, and that is from King Solomon. And it's all about setting your priorities. If you have to make a decision here and you're stuck on rigid thinking, and maybe, as I said, except for the couple that are domestic violence and those kind of situations, some of you are actually deciding about what your next move is in work, okay, and or entrepreneurship. Write down your list. What's most important to you? What do you have to tackle first in order to move forward? Somebody's spirit's coming in and saying they are moving, and so the moving becomes a project. So I understand that. Write a list of these are the things I have to do in this order, so that you can move forward with that. Okay. All right, guys. Hey, if you want to claim this reading, throw a comment below. If you want to resonate, if this resonates with you, throw a comment below. And if you want me to connect to your energy, throw a comment below. Really appreciate you liking and subscribing and supporting the new channel. And we'll see you next time.